And good evening. We begin with a story from the sports pages that will most certainly have the effects worthy of the front page when all is said and done. As we told you at this time last night, Tide football coach Nick Saban says his contract extension, approved Monday, represents his commitment to stay in Tuscaloosa for the remainder of his coaching career. And as WVUA's Lindsey Price reports tonight, that means more W's for Tuscaloosa on and off the field.
I expect 3 more national championships because he's a great coach. Best coach in the world.
His drive and his passion for the University of Alabama community.
For him to want to stay here for the rest of his career, and that just means that Alabama, it really is home sweet home.
University of Alabama football fans are excited that Coach Nick Saban wants to finish his career at the capstone, not only because the Tide will likely keep winning, but because the community will as well.
People know the name and they want to be here on game day when he's here, so I think it's going to bring a lot of people to Tuscaloosa and keep the people that are already here.
Us having the insurance of having Nick Saban here with his skills and his expertise with football to ensure that our football program will continue to be successful as it has been, to guarantee us more championships in the future is support for what the future will bring.
Fans aren't the only people excited about Coach Saban's contract extension, but also local businesses because of the potential economic growth it can bring to the city of Tuscaloosa.
We're looking forward to Saban being around because that does draw more students into the university and that gives us more business as well.
The general manager of 5, Jeremy Hicks, says football season is always a busy time for his restaurant, and as long as Saban stays, so will the steady stream of game day traffic.
It seems like game days pack a lot of people in town to reduce parking spots and everything, which is a great thing for all the businesses around here. I think everyone, including myself, we all can appreciate that.
In Tuscaloosa, Lindsey Price, WVUA News.
And the Tide will open their season on the road this year when they face Michigan and Dallas. Their first home game is slated for September 8th when they host Western Kentucky. Well, new at 10 for you tonight, the biggest cactus in town may be returning to 15th Street once again. The Tuscaloosa City Council approved modifications to the current building codes concerning signs and billboards tonight. Under the new guidelines, a sign can be up to 200 square feet as opposed to the previous limit of 150. According to Planning and Development Director John McConnell, the attorney for Taco Casa asked for the changes.
The issue with the cactus was that the property owner wanted a larger cactus than the sign ordinance allowed. So I think that's what led us to today's hearing.
And Taco Casa can now rebuild the cactus that was destroyed by the April 27th tornado. Tonight, the Tuscaloosa Police Department and the city as a whole set up a lasting memorial to Officer Trevor Phillips. Now, he was killed last year when a car struck the motorcycle he was riding during a funeral procession. Now the street that runs in front of TPD headquarters will be renamed in Phillips' memory. WVUA's Travis Leader with more.
He was an officer that had an extremely big heart, would do anything for anyone at the police department, went out of his way to help the people that lived in our community.
And now the road serving as the gateway to Tuscaloosa Police Headquarters will bear the name Trevor S. Phillips Avenue. Former TPD officer and current city councilman William Tinker says it will mean a lot to his former colleagues and his contemporaries.
When those police officers, future police officers, present police officers, when they come in and out of the police station, they would always remember Officer Trevor in their hearts.
Tuscaloosa policemen brought the idea to Chief Anderson, and Anderson, who was also a close personal friend of Phillips, believes this will honor a man who gave his life serving his city.
This is a great way for the city council and the mayor to honor Officer Phillips, because we all know that he did the ultimate sacrifice that any police officer can do, and that's to give his life in the service of his community. And he did just that on May 21st.
The ultimate sacrifice. Police officers go to work every day so all of us can go to work. And I think this is a great thing to do for him.
Phillips will posthumously be placed in Tuscaloosa history as well.
But this will be the first city street that I know of that has been renamed in honor of a Tuscaloosa police officer that gave his life serving this city.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Travis Leader, WVUA News.
And Anderson says he hopes to have the street's name changed by May 21st, the one-year anniversary of Phillips' death. Well, it is a decision that could impact virtually every American. The Supreme Court is deciding the fate of President Obama's signature legislation, the Affordable Care Act. Now, 26 states are challenging the mandate, which would require individuals to have health insurance or face a yearly fine. Critics say it's not the government's role to tell individuals what to do. Supporters say when everyone has insurance, it actually saves money. Chief Justice John Roberts said today this could set a bad precedent.
Once we say that there is a market and Congress can require people to participate in it, as some would say, or as you would say, that people are already participating in it, it seems to me that we can't say there are limitations on what Congress can do under its commerce power, just like in any other area, all given significant deference that we accord to Congress in this area, all bets are off, and you can regulate that market in any rational way.
If nothing changes, the law is scheduled to take effect in 2014. Well, let's get a first check at Alabama's home team forecast. For that, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Hey, Richard.
Hey, John, good Tuesday night, too. Still mild tonight. In fact, temperatures back in the mid-60s now for Tuscaloosa County. The city of Tuscaloosa, Birmingham at 66, Warrior 67. Some of the cooler spots like Coleman at 60, and Haleyville and Winston County 63. Now, the southeast, we are dry. No rain to deal with. We're going to stay dry through our Wednesday. In fact, here's that forecast for our Wednesday. Around 69 at 9 o'clock in the morning, 80 by lunch, 84 tomorrow afternoon with a good supply of sun. But what about the rest of that forecast? And your weekend forecast, weather is coming up.
Thank you, Richard. Today marks 11 months since the April 27th storms ripped through our viewing area. According to Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox, the city is coming back faster and better than expected. Now, Maddox sat down with WVUA this afternoon. He says almost all the debris has been removed from the city limits, and what's left should be cleaned up by the one-year milestone. The mayor also says 3,000 building permits and almost 2,000 residential permits have been issued. He wants everyone, though, to remember the recovery process is a marathon, not a sprint.
It's too easy in this day of 30-second sound bites and brief comments to measure things in short increments. Let's wait where we are. Let's see where we are at 1 year, but then let's see where we are at 3 years, and then let's see where we are at 5 years. Because that'll be the ultimate test of whether we got it right or we got it wrong.
And the city of Tuscaloosa has announced plans for a community memorial. Maddox says it is set for Friday, April 27th at 5 p.m. It will take place at Coleman Coliseum. Meanwhile, the new Tuscaloosa River Market is officially open for business. It sits on Jack Warner Parkway next to the Black Warrior River, which provides a beautiful view. And it will serve as the new farmers market and also for other events like weddings, receptions, and reunions. The market's manager, Christy Bobo, says they spent over $200,000 in furniture, fixtures, and equipment to make it a pleasant experience for all parties involved. Director Wendy Riggs told WVUA the new venue will offer something to Tuscaloosa residents no matter what their age.
I think it's a big part of live, work, and play. And what I think is that we're going to have more people come down here. We've made this a Wi-Fi hotspot so students can come down here and study. We'll be open every Tuesday through Saturday. And the only time we'll close down is if we have a special private event here.
And the first farmers market will be held 1 week from today, Tuesday, April 3rd. And Tuscaloosa's Rosedale Court is getting a brand new start and a new look. The construction of 88 new units started this morning. More than half of the public housing community's 188 units were destroyed by the April 27th tornado. Officials say since the storm, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development recognized Rosedale as a top priority.
Quality of living and just overall aesthetics of the projects, and it's just good for the city and it's good for the tenants, and it's also good for us.
And today's construction represents just phase 1 of the rebuilding efforts. Officials say phase 2 will include 86 new units. The Alabama Housing Finance Authority is expected to announce how much money they are going to give for the project come June. And Tuscaloosa and Northport are getting ready for the big 2012 Air Show this weekend. The show features the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, Golden Knights parachute team, and much, much more. And it's happening this weekend at the Tuscaloosa Regional Airport. This year's theme is Honoring Our Heroes. It will feature flying displays ranging from World War II era aircraft and the Korean conflict to present-day heroes currently serving in Iraq, Afghanistan, and other locations.